Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna, and today we're gonna talk about how does Russian woman stay so skinny, so luxurious, so successful, and so bitchy. Have you ever wondered how does every single basic Russian girl literally looks like a Victoria's Secret supermodel? How do they have this perfect shiny hair, look so luxurious with minimal makeup, and attract the best men on the market, literally with the resting bitch face? Well, you would be surprised, but the secret is in the way we live and how we were raised. Economy and culture play a crucial role in developing in our path. So let's break that down and make it a little bit more understanding for you guys. I want to start with the most important part, and that's mentality. Back in the day, when there was court and when there was royalty, people were only allowed to speak French at the court, which meant that we were in a very good relationship with France. And that meant that we were implementing lots of art, lots of culture, and lots of fashion. This is why we have a lot of minimalism in our clothing. We love very classy, that kind of Paris chic style. We implement lots of silk, lots of cashmere. We like very good quality clothes. We rather have one item than 300 items because we just want that quality look. We never want to look cheap. If you know that you look cheap, everyone else will notice it. France implemented lots of the styles of how we speak. Our speech tactic is a little bit different from people and women in the West. We're really good with men, and that is because of French women. French women are really great at flirting, and they really know the whole romance stuff. So when in the court there was a lot of French style implementing and developing in Russian culture, Russian women took those techniques of how to talk and approach themselves to the man. Art is a huge part of Russia, especially St. Petersburg and Moscow, which are two of the biggest cities. Art is a big part of mentality of a Russian woman. What I mean by that is when you go to school, you cannot finish and graduate high school unless you are very well educated in arts, in music, in poetry, in literature, and in etiquette. So when we get out in the world, we're already prepared to meet the best of the best. So when we're out in the world and we go and meet men of a high class, we know how to communicate with them and how to speak on the same level of them, even if we're coming from a very poor background. Wars and hunger set up our daily lifestyle and our mentality. We have a bulletproof courage. We have a mentality of must go, must do, must take, and must be the best or nothing. And that is kind of why we achieve so much. It is normalized to struggle to get what you want. Women in Russia were forced to go to wars and serve their country through like years and years, generations and generations. Women are raised knowing that they are always going to be responsible for themselves, and they always know that they have to know how to take care of themselves. So when worst comes to worst, we're always prepared to be responsible for every aspect in our lives. Also, there's a lot of single mothers in Russia. That's why every girl going into marriage knows that if something happens, she is going to be the one who's gonna carry her whole family on her shoulders. So we really have that bulletproof mentality of taking responsibility and getting things done. We are not scared of communicating our needs and our wants. The worst thing that is going to happen is someone rejects us and then we just move on. And because of that, we have a mentality. If we want the best, we must be the best. We don't believe in acceptance of not taking care of ourselves. It's not normal back in my country or in other Eastern European countries. Women are always taking care of themselves because they know that if they asking universe, if they're asking God for the best of the best out there, they need to be that best, because like attracts like. And if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not putting your best self out there, you're not going to receive the same results. So we always take care of ourselves mentally, physically, financially, and education-wise. Literally programmed that anything could happen, everything can be taken away from you, and you always have to be ready to get the job done. And if you don't know how to do that, you're gonna literally die. So if you don't know how to survive, you won't survive. And that's the mentality we go through life with. Mentality is a huge part of our diet. We eat because we need to eat, not because we're bored and we have nothing better to do. We don't really snack because usually our schedule is very full, because most of the Eastern European women have kids, and usually it's 2 or 3 children, and they also work at the same time, and they have to keep up with their appearances and their social life. So they really don't have time to sit on the couch and just snack on a bag of chips. And also, even if you have a little time for a little snack and you feel kind of hungry, you're gonna have like a green apple, because it's gonna make no sense for you to go to the store and buy a bag of chips or a bag of candies, because it's not an investment. And for us, everything is an investment. So if I'm eating a bag of chips, I'm literally taking away from myself. So that is just not going to happen. Our diet mostly consists of whole foods and protein. And basically it's like chicken or pork or beef, potatoes and cabbage, and coffee, lots of coffee. It's just a cultural thing. We start our day with a coffee. Right now we're implementing lots of green juices in the morning before we do the coffee, because we're trying to take more care of ourselves. And I would really recommend celery juice. I've been doing celery juice for 3 months now, every morning on an empty stomach, right after my water, obviously, and an hour before my coffee. And I noticed a big difference in my digestion and the way my skin is and the way my hair is. So yeah, try using some celery juice before you have your coffee. And then throughout the day, we just eat whole foods, and we have usually only 3 or 2 meals a day. It would be lunch and dinner. Sometimes you would have breakfast, sometimes not. I noticed that most of the Russian women just have like an egg, a boiled egg in the morning with a cucumber, something very simple. We don't go like all bougie on like crazy breakfast ideas. We'll just have no time for that. And egg and a cucumber really does the job. And at lunch, you're gonna have some nice food like potatoes with chicken and a salad, or a cabbage soup also with some potatoes, or something like carbs. We eat a lot of rye bread. That is black bread, not white bread. Black bread is considered whole food, so it's a very slow carbs, so it keeps you full and energized throughout the day. And really the whole dieting part is about keeping you going throughout the day and making you feel energized enough to do your job. And for dinner, we would usually have fish or some meat with some garnish or something small on the side. And usually we don't eat after 7. That's also like a cultural thing. You would eat like straight after work, and then you would maybe have a herbal tea. Obviously we do go out. We love going out and we love eating out. But when we do go out, we're a little bit different from Western women. We will not order something to satisfy our immediate craving, like French fries or a burger. We would rather order like oysters or steak or a nice fish or caviar. Caviar is a huge part of our culture, and it's very good for your hair and your skin because it's a very fatty product. Also, fish and steak, great for protein, great in taste, tastes luxurious, looks great in a restaurant, and it just feels nice. It feels nice to eat something good, to know that whatever you're putting in your body is gonna pay off later, and it's not just empty calories that you will have to burn at the gym. And I think that is the difference. Why most of the Eastern European women stay so lean and so skinny without much effort is just about lifestyle and mentality. And we're raised like that, so we're not even thinking about changing it or struggling with changing the mentality because we already have it. Beauty is a huge part of our culture. Russian women love everything beauty, everything fashion, but the difference is that we would rather use ingredients that we can find in our own kitchen, in our own garden, in our own house, than go and buy cheap, bad stuff outside in a pharmacy or a beauty store. We would invest in very expensive products, and I'm not saying expensive just because we want to be bougie. No, we will invest in a really good product, and a product that is not going to harm our skin, that is not going to make our skin addicted to it, but is gonna fix the issue that we're having and just help us. And usually those are French or Russian developed products, and they're very expensive because they do the job, so they have the right price. But if we cannot afford that, that is not a problem for us because we have this little mantra of exfoliate, hydrate, and massage. So as long as you can do those three things, your skin is gonna be just fine. Exfoliation we can do with ground coffee, it's very easy. We can hydrate with honey and oats, and we can do massage with our fingers or a nice and warm towel. Also, we do a lot of procedures that kind of impact our beauty routine and make it much easier. Like, for example, we do a lot of body movement throughout our week, throughout our life. We do a lot of hiking and a lot of walking. It is more normal back there to walk a lot instead of taking a bus or go hiking because we have a lot of mountains, a lot of forests, a lot of hills, and usually an activity would be like berry picking or mushroom picking or just going on a lake for fun and hike around, which makes your body move, which makes your skin and your hair look much better. Also, it's a cultural thing to go to the sauna almost like twice a week, sometimes once a week. Every Friday you would get with your girls and you would go to the sauna and you would sweat all the toxins out. You would also bring salts and clay and do this whole ritual of putting clay on your body, on your face, and wash your hair with Celtic salt, which is big on minerals as well as the clay, and basically it just nurtures your skin and your hair from within, and the toxins leave your body, so you don't have to buy all these extra products to get your toxins out. We also use lots of oils and herbs like castor oil, rosehip oil, rosemary oil, lots of oils, because oils are great for your hair, it's great for your skin, it's great for your face and your nails. Oil really nurtures the body and makes it so hydrated and healthy, and this is how Russian girls get a very shiny skin and hair, and it's a very affordable way to implement in your beauty routine. We use lots of herbs. We actually wash our hair with herbs like nettle herb. We usually just take it from the outside because in Russia there is lots of nettle just growing outside on the street. You would just literally go outside and pick up some. If you want to try out something like this here in America or in Europe, you can just order it on Amazon and put it in hot water, and then at the end of your shower you just rinse your hair with the nettle water, or you can put it in a spray. You know how like lots of girls do it with rosemary oil or rosemary water. We also do that, but nettle is a more cultural thing to do, especially when we go into the sauna. And that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and a follow. I'm trying to grow my channel so I can share all this information with more people, and I'm hoping you're excited for my next video, which is gonna be Russian dating secrets. So if you're looking forward to that, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you.